So, brothers and sisters, I'm in the park over here, as you can see. Yeah, it's like a small park in the middle of LA over here, South 88th, on 88th Street or so, uh, where there's just trees. It's like a grove, to be honest. Only place around here that's kind of like this that I found. I'm sure there's other places, but my bike was stolen, so it's kind of hard to get about. I don't feel like walking miles and miles. That's my own laziness. But just wanted to comment on a couple of things. I had a different point I was gonna make, but I forgot what that was. So we'll just go with the flow with what's happening now. And oh yeah, I remember. So just wanted to talk a little bit about what the game plan is with some of these creatures, these negative entities. And from what I've experienced, they want to sustain and increase their lifespan. Some of them call themselves immortals. I've actually seen some of them. They look like children. And they do this by seeking out and finding, people like us, our, brothers and sisters, and of course our ancestors, and using them for their spiritual energy, their connection. And maybe in some points where they try to help them, they actually do help in some way. I guess. I'm not really sure exactly how they do it, but, say that you're looking for a spiritual connection. They kind of fast forward it a little bit so that they can get that connection to the Creator. It's not a natural thing from what I've experienced. It's not completely natural. It might be enhanced by synthetics or technology. And so once they get a connection, once they get a person that they want, then that person swiftly increases their bond and their connection, and they learn and do all sorts of stuff. And then they implant them with portals and little devices so that they can use them as a energy battery, so that they can leech off of your energy, and then after that they will try to break you so that they can then use your body. They can either replace you, clone you, or do all manner of different things, attack your sexuality, your spirituality, all manner of things, and leave you kind of like a dead husk, turn you into a psychopath so that you're completely empty. And so even suicidal, especially if you've been connecting to the greatest one, to that higher energy plane, they like to take that from you. And that may result in depression. That may result in making some type of giving yourself up in some way, concession, saying, hey, this is all I want and I'm willing to do anything to get it. And that may mean giving over your soul. And so I've experienced all sorts of different things. I, for one, never gave in. I can imagine what it's like, but I never gave in and said, hey, yeah, take it. I never signed any contracts. I never allowed it to happen. I just became I became a part of their mind control system, where they lie and cheat and steal, and can even touch you, through the astral plane or wherever, whatever plane of existence they're in. It's a low one, so that they can actually communicate with you and touch you and harass you. I've experienced them actually jumping in and out of bodies, other people's bodies. So, you actually see, these chimera, you see these clones, you see these replacements, you see these biobots, and all they are just our energy wasted. That's what they are. Basically, our energy, supreme, loving, passionate energy that is supplied to us by the greatest one, by nature, which we're a part of, used against us to create things that are not, beneficial to nature. Definitely, you've not congregated with nature or the greatest one to create these things, and so that's why they are called abominations, because they're not alive. They were born in sin. Okay, they were created, genetic manipulation, all that type of shit. And so yeah, they grab people up, and so that's what I've been experiencing as of late. For the last couple of years, and everything is kind of a lesson in this experience, because I've also realized that that's how nature works. Sometimes some people may experience a fall, and some may experience growth. I don't know. I'm not in their bodies. I'm assuming that nature covers all bases when it comes to a threat. Like a virus, the body reacts, and since we're in the body of the divine, this body does not cut corners. All right, so it finds out everything it needs to know about whatever it is it needs to know about. So it's protected, and the supreme love, which sustains the immortal soul, is what we are protecting and what they are after. And I just heard him say we are after. So they like to talk, but as of late, I've been receiving protection and healing from it. I guess that I've hit certain goals in my experience. I have been able to gather the specific information and experiences that have led to my freedom. And so I've as of late been experiencing healing, where they no longer are able to attack and hurt me and manipulate me in the same way that they used to. One of the things they like to do is bring, for example, if I went to the library, or even if here in the park, they'd bring some type of agent around and start connecting to me. They use frequencies, they use technology or whatever, and they'd start punching, kicking, manipulating, talking, anything that you can think of to get me under their power. And right now, someone just said protection, but it's not protection. It's definitely control. So yesterday I experienced this. Actually, I should have taken a video. I was in the library, and I go to the library to clean up. And so, they got my schedule. They know who I am. They know I'm there. And this has happened before, where I'll go to the bathroom, and like a couple minutes later, someone starts banging on the door. And I wash my clothes in the bathroom sometimes. And, I don't know if anyone's been to a library and been to the public bathroom, but, this one has a lock and a key. And so when you're in the bathroom, you might be taking a while. There are people who might use the bathroom for longer than others. I know that if I see the bathroom key gone, I don't go banging on the door. But this is something that they do on a regular basis. And yesterday, one of the ladies who I know is also a part of their system started yelling at me in a way. She was being rude. She was like, at least have some respect, and all this other stuff, and being nasty. And I'm just like, hey, when I have to use the bathroom, I wait. You wait until someone's done. And unfortunately, they're nasty and disgusting creatures, and so they wanted to create trauma. And one of the people the guy who was banging on the door was this big Hispanic guy. And right before they tried to get in to the bathroom, I experienced them using mind control and saying nasty things, and I basically told them off. Told them exactly the truth, and they don't like that. And so basically what happened is that they started banging on the door. It gets them angry. They're kind of like an insect hive, where they all think the same, and so when you offend them, they get upset. And as if they have power and control over you. And there's a realization I think that they're coming to, is that they don't. And so they proceeded with their agents after. She let him into the women's bathroom after a bunch of chaos. They could have just done that. By the way, they could have just let him into the women's bathroom, but instead they kept knocking and banging, and to cause trauma. And instead they decided to. Finally, they just let him into the women's bathroom after they told me off. I'm like, well, why didn't you just? I'm just thinking to myself now, why didn't they just do that in the first place? Because there's an agenda. There's a reason. That cause chaos and confusion and hurt. And they definitely don't like me, because I found out that they're trying to use me to do their nasty, dirty business. And nature don't work that way. The greatest one is in control, knows them, knows me, and understands the situation. And so then they proceeded to act the fool for the next 20-30 minutes. And so the Hispanic guy kept walking. He was a big guy, about football player size, and walking past me a bunch of times, kind of trying to coerce me into maybe a fight or something like that. And this all sprung from me saying, I'll be right out. There's no reason to bang on the door in the bathroom. And so these are just some of the tactics that they use. Obviously, they have way too much power and control over the reality that we have right now. And so, from what has been given to me, the information that has been given to me is that they're going to experience despair. So, one of the things that they do is steal people's energy. So imagine what they're going to be like when they can't steal anyone's energy, when they can't make their clones, when they can't manipulate, when they can't do the things that they normally do. And that includes money. They're going to experience despair from the loss of their control. And that means money also. Money, energy, influence, power, anything that you can think of, they will experience despair. And it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen. Because nature, doesn't fuck around like these creatures. And they know what's coming, and they're trying to prevent it as if they could. So, it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I'm going to be around for it. Hopefully my brothers and sisters are going to be around for it. And, it's happy days from what I experienced. I'm already experiencing the healing. Basically the disconnect from their ability to influence and contain and control. And so I'm hoping that our other brothers and sisters are experiencing this as well, and getting ready for our upliftment, because all that energy that they're taking, all that energy that they're stealing, all that influence that they've had over our lives will be going away. And guess what? Who's it gonna come back to? The people who they've been hurting. Nature. The people, the animals, the environment are, we're going to get all that stuff back, and our experience is going to be enhanced because of it. And, we're going to send their sorry asses back to where they belong. And it's really a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to help in any possible way I can. That may mean going through some upheavals as well. That may mean getting your door banged on while you're trying to wash yourself in the sink. You just have to laugh about it and move on. Realize that they're desperate. These are the acts of desperate beings, because they no longer have control. They are losing. It is slipping, and everything in their world that they once experienced will be over soon. And I also experienced, they possibly cloned my father. I never met my real father. But, they possibly cloned him, killed him, I don't know. But I do know one thing that they do is that they have kids so that they can use them as energy batteries as well. And so imagine a type of creature that would have a human child, so that they can use them to enhance their own lives. This is the type of creature that we're dealing with. And nature's, I don't think we're too good with that. I don't think we're too good with that at all. And so, I'm praying for the day that they are released. But I think that they're going to have to experience true despair before that happens. So peace and love, fam, and more power to you.